Hey guys, Kaz here, and today I'm going to be doing the School Days book tag. So this was created by Victoria over What Victoria Read, who is a great person, definitely go check her out. And basically in here you have to answer all the questions of the time of days, and then there's a bunch of questions of all the different subjects, and you can pick and choose which ones you want to answer. So like I said, definitely go and check her video out because I'm not answering all of them questions, so you have to go watch the original to figure out what all of them are. Or look in my description because they'll be there. But watch the original anyway. Let's just get into it. So first bell, tell us about the book that first got you into reading. So I, like probably a lot of people in the UK, maybe other places, I don't know, but the person that got me into reading was Jacqueline Wilson. Well, it says the book, but the author. All the Jacqueline Wilson books, I used to read them, just them, nothing else. So definitely Jacqueline Wilson. She's still writing, she's still going strong. She's got bloody loads of books. She's got like 60 books, maybe even more than that. And most of them are about girls and their family and dealing with stuff. There's also loads of like proper topics. She deals with mental health and death in the family and siblings and having good and bad parents and adoption, and there's just all the different stuff for kids, but learning about the real stuff. So there you go. Break time. What book have you most recently had to take a break from or DNF? This is kind of a hard one because I don't really do that. Normally if I'm taking a break, it's like for months long and then I come back to the book. I guess kind of recently I read the third book in the series of Unfortunate Events. I didn't take a break from it, but it felt like I was slogging through it, if that counts in any way. Watch my last video, the vlog, if you want to see me read that and other stuff. Lunchtime, tell us about your favourite book that features food. Give me 1 second. My favourite graphic novel series, Chew, is all based around powers that are to do with food. So you can sculpt food, you can eat food, you can psychically get impressions from food, you can write about food so well that people feel like they're tasting the food. Chew. Food. Final bell, which book have you most recently finished reading? The Crazy Horse Electric Game by Chris Crutcher. Wait for my wrap up or read my review on Goodreads. That's the most recent. Homework, what is the last non-fiction book you read and enjoyed? 'Twas a Night Shift Before Christmas by Adam Kay. I read this around Christmas and I very much enjoyed it. It's about working in the NHS around Christmas time. And the last question in the Times a Day is Staff Room. Tell us about a book that you go to when you need to take a breath. And again, I'm very obvious. Everybody knows. The All for the Game series. There is 3 books in this series. I just dropped one because my phone's in the other hand. But yeah, love this series. So before we kick into the subject questions that I've chosen, here's a message from one of our sponsors and then I'll be back. So like I said at the beginning, I'm not doing all of the subjects questions, but check out Victoria's channel because she did. So the first one I'm going with is history. Which 3 historical fiction novels have you most enjoyed? And if you don't read historical fiction, what areas of history do you want to learn about? So this is a strange question for me to pick because I don't really read a lot of historical fiction, but I thought it was kind of interesting, a bit different. So I'm going to do a little bit of an amalgamation of both parts of them questions. So I very much enjoy Viking Age stuff. This is Sidemen, this is Viking Age, this is Teeth and Claws and Duology. If you like Viking stuff, you might like these. But with me, with historical fiction, I don't really like modern sort of history, I like old school history. So along with Vikings, I like ancient Greece or Roman or all that stuff. If there's myths and mythology, I'm probably going to enjoy it more. World War II, get it out of here. Cool monsters and Greek myths and gods, yes please. The Song of Achilles, Percy Jackson. And then the little mix, I do really enjoy polar and sea travel. It's something I found out quite recently, a few years ago. So these are all non-fiction. The Expedition, the Kon-Tiki Expedition and Nansen. I've not read this one yet, but these 2 both deal with expeditions and stuff going on. And I feel like maybe I'll like historical fiction with these sort of vibes. Polar travel and cool weird stuff going on. So if anybody has any recommendations for that, maybe let me know down below. This one, for example, was an expedition to the North Pole, and then the people got lost, and then 33 years later their bodies were found, and it's still a mystery why they died. So, you know, that sort of stuff. Interesting. Next one I'll do is PE, show us the biggest book on your TBR. I believe it's either A Little Life or Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. So let me just have a quick look on the screen now. Let's have a look. This one is 720-ish pages. I thought it was bigger than that. And this one, I think this is over 1,000, so this is probably going to win. Oh no, yes, this one's over 1,000, so it's that one. This is just pretending to be big. Next is music. Which reading format do you think has the best rhythm for reading? Personally for me, just reading a physical book. So the rhythm that I go in, if I'm reading something and it's really exciting, I tend to read faster because I want to get it. Or if I'm reading something and it's really sad, I want to read slower, I want to stop, I want to cry. Give me all these little beats and the time differences. And that's definitely easier reading physically. Ebook, obviously you have to keep swiping, it's easier to open a page. Sometimes the screen size will be smaller and it's just, you don't get as much out of it. Or if you're reading Illuminae on your Kindle, the page for some reason is about 1/3 the size of the actual screen, and then it's just really hard to read. And then audiobook, I don't listen to audiobooks for pretty much the same reason of what I just said is my beats. Because you're reading it at somebody else's speed, even if you do it 2 times speed or whatever like most people do, I don't want to listen to the whole thing in the same speed. If it's exciting, I want to read faster. If it's sad, I want to read slower. If there's something going on that's shocking, I want to be like, ooh, what's going on? But if it's just monotone, like all the same level, nah. Physical is what I'm trying to say. And then the last one I'll pick is modern foreign languages. Recommend a translated book that you enjoyed. And I will never not recommend One of Us by Asne Sierstad. This is about the massacre that happened in Norway in 2011. The book was originally written in Norwegian, and it's just, read it, basically. I've talked about this many times. It's just incredible and important and harrowing, and such a great book because so much time is spent with the victims, and it's not just all like hyping up the guy that did it, because that's what a lot of things like this are. But this isn't, and it's just amazing. So there we go, that was the School Days book tag. I will tag some peeps to do this. Obviously I want Victoria's tag to get around to everyone. So I will tag Faye over at Books and Chocoholic. I will tag Xander over at, oh, I always forget this cubed, this cubed, this and this and this cubed. I will tag Dane over at Dane Reads, Katie at Interested Reader, Connor at Connor's Library Corner, Lucy at Books and Brushes, and anybody else that wants to do this that hasn't been tagged. Say some words down below if you want. I think I asked you earlier to say some words, I might not have done, but do that if you like. I'll reply. Good times. If this is your first video by me and you enjoy it, then please check out some of the others, and if you continue to enjoy, then please subscribe, that'd be awesome. Anyway guys, I'll see you in a few days with another video. Bye.